Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future. I'm William Shatner, and you're watching Moving America Forward.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest today, who is the president of a company called, with the interesting name of Where Is My Package? It's headquartered in Encino, California. I'd like you to meet him now. His name is Keith Schewanick. Keith, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let me, first, before we get into this interview, a little while ago you had a chance to actually answer some questions from William Shatner. Let's take a quick look at that and see just how it went, okay?
I know you've been successful in your business, but what I would like to hear is just a brief capsule of exactly what it is you do and who do you do it for, and how do you see this helping America to move forward?
What we do is solve the problems that exist today for the couriers and other transportation-related companies. They deliver everything from irreplaceable products such as human organs, and the last thing they want to hear from their client is, "Where is my package?" What we make sure, Mr. Shatner, is that they never hear that again.
You know, that's very interesting. You just told William Shatner that you make sure that your clients who are couriers and same-day delivery services, those kinds of companies, make sure they never hear from a client the question of, hey, where is my package? What do you mean by that, and how do you do that?
Well, the way we handle it is we handle every package like a hot potato. And what we do is it takes a job from being assigned to a driver, and then a driver confirming that he received the job on a page, to arriving at pickup, to leaving pickup, to arriving at destination and getting a signature. So every step of the way we know exactly what's happening with that package, where that driver is, and what the status of that package is.
And when you say you know it, you mean the company itself knows,
yes,
because of what you're providing them,
yes,
right?
The service that we're providing them allows them
and
to.
the service you're providing them is really what?
It's really a web-based tracking system, so they can track their clients' packages.
Okay, you sell that, or at least that?
Yeah, we offer that as a service.
You offer that as a service. I would imagine this would be something fairly sophisticated, you know, like the major delivery companies might have. Am I right?
Yes, they would do that in-house, but it would be very expensive.
Right.
And what we offer is, because we have the IT experience and we have with the experience with the current technology, we can offer it at a lower price. They don't have to have in-house staff. They don't have to try to find IT staff, which is very expensive and hard to find.
Right.
And they can spend their time running their business and not being technical people.
So technically, how sophisticated is this? What does it actually tell them?
It actually scores every single job as the job's coming in, so they can pick the best resource for the job. You don't want to send somebody to do a notary service if they're not a notary. So the system actually picks the qualified drivers for the jobs, and it evaluates all the jobs that they're currently holding. If they're running late anything, if their direction of travel happens to be going in the other direction, it will recommend another driver instead.
So in other words, the headquarters, the courier service headquarters, at all times knows where that package is,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Specifically where
Yes.
it is. They can track it on a map around the city.
And their fleet, they can track their entire fleet at any one time.
And this is, as you mentioned, you talked about human organs which are being delivered. I mean, critical things like that.
Exactly.
Is this also, you know, for any kind of package? It doesn't have to be something that critical, does it?
No, we actually have one company that does wheelchair service. They'll bring people in for dialysis, or people that have dementia that come in for appointments, or et cetera.
Right.
And we put on the smartphone where they'll take a picture of the person, what they're wearing, what they currently look like, in case for some reason they get lost or something,
right,
and you need to report that to the police department. We've been able to do that also with the same software.
All right. Now you're based here in Encino, California,
Yes,
in the Valley. Your clients are where?
All over North America.
All over North America?
Yes.
How do they obtain this product and use it? Is it something they download from the web?
It's all.
You send it to them? What?
It's all. We have it on our servers, and they just access it just like anybody would access any other website.
And Explain to me the technical aspects of it. I assume there is a label that gets issued that goes on the package?
Yes, when they submit, the customer submits the label or the client submits the label, it actually prints a QR code. It's a barcode that appears right next to it. And then so when the driver comes in with their phone and they scan it, it takes them directly to the page.
Oh, so they just scan it with their telephone?
Yes.
They don't have to have a fancy computer like
Nope.
the big boys have?
Exactly. That's how we
Which
were
makes
able to
it
cut the
so
costs.
much more economical for them. Well, that's pretty doggone interesting. How long did it take you to perfect this? You are a software engineer.
I'm a software engineer, yes. It took me 8 years to create this.
8 years?
8 years.
How long has it been out in the marketplace?
Since 2006, 6 years.
And how's it doing?
Yeah, it's doing really well.
I like the way you smile when you say that. I mean, do you have a lot of clients that are using this?
Yeah, we have a couple clients, but then they have a whole bunch of clients that are on it themselves. So we may have one city, but they'll have multiple locations.
Right.
And then they'll have their clients in multiple locations
Right.
also. So we can sell it to one person, and they can actually be 9 or 10 other companies.
So what other service do you have? You mentioned to me air couriers.
Yes, we also
You
do it for-
mentioned swimming pool service companies, which is kind of out of left field, but
Yeah.
I mean, explain those to me.
Well, we had somebody approach us, an independent pool and spa association, and since they're all independent contractors, if one person was to get injured, he wouldn't be able to fulfill his needs to his clients. So what this association does is if anybody gets sick, they'll have somebody fill in for them so they don't lose their clients. So since basically ours is just a routing software, we look at all the pools that need to be serviced on what day of the week, and if somebody's sick, we pick the person that's the closest on the same day so it doesn't disrupt them.
You also do accounting services for your clients?
Yes.
And
We do
bookkeeping?
accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, billing, everything. It runs their entire business.
No, the software does
Yes,
that.
it does.
Not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really complete package.
It is. That's why it took 8 years.
And is it terribly expensive for them?
No, it's actually a lot cheaper than our competitors.
Do you have a lot of competitors? You know, if you think about it, you would think, well, you know, you're not the only one who's trying to work on this, I guess.
We have a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But their approach is more selling a server, buying Microsoft products, which is the licenses are a little bit more expensive. And since we are using open source software, which is basically most of it's free, we can pass that, cost benefit to our clients.
Get into the air courier aspect of it. How does that function?
Well, the air courier is a little different. Instead of picking up from one location and dropping to a second, one, you have to have somebody who's qualified by the TSA. You have to have site visits. The client has to be inspected first, and then you have to have a driver who's been through the TSA qualifications. When they pick up a package, they pick it up from a location and then take it to an airport. So they have to establish a relationship with an airline, and then after the airline takes it and delivers it to whatever city they're going to, then they have to establish a relationship with an agent on the other side to pick it up and deliver it to the client.
But are there I mean, that's a successful aspect of this, though,
Yes,
right?
it is. And it's a business that mostly runs after FedEx is no longer available at night.
Very interesting. What other aspects are you working on, or that are available that you're trying to develop, or is this kind of it at the moment?
We have one other thing that we're working on. We're doing like an on-demand for Amazon, where they have a bunch of distribution centers and they want to deliver the same day instead of waiting a day or two.
Yeah.
That's another one that we're working on. And we have another major hospital that we're working with that likes the intelligent dispatch, and they want to use it to do comparisons to try to renegotiate their union contract.
And how would this help them in that aspect?
Because they'd have a way of measuring the performance of outside contractors versus the union drivers themselves.
Very interesting. Give me some success stories. Obviously, you've got a bunch of them.
Okay. Well, the pool and spa one.
Yeah.
We have a Action Messenger in Los Angeles. They're in Los Angeles. They started an office in Las Vegas with our software, and they're still running where a lot of other competitors went away. Let's see, what another one? I mentioned the hospital. The wheelchair.
I mean, that's something that
Yeah.
a lot of hospitals could use, though.
A lot of hospitals, yes.
I mean, if it works for one entity, it would work for others.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
It's basically any kind of fleet replacement because the diesel fuel is so expensive right now. Union costs are expensive, and fleet replacement. It's hard. I mean, they're not making any profit on that. So if you can bring somebody in more professional to replace those fleets, our software helps in that.
How does it help them save money from a gasoline perspective? I mean, does it actually gives them the correct, cheapest, most direct route to drive to get from point A to point B?
Yes, we can do that. You can pick any particular job and give routing, but the more important thing is first getting an accurate address. We've taken every street corner in the United States and put it in, so as you start filling in the address, it actually will fill in the street name, so you don't have to spell it correctly even.
Right.
And then we cross-reference that with a map. If we're not sending a driver to a wrong address, he can be more efficient and do 1 or 2 more jobs per day.
Right.
Also with the routing, you can set up the routing where basically they're doing all right turns and no left turns, and you can bring them back home quicker.
Never thought about that,
Yeah.
but it's true.
Exactly.
No left turns.
No left
Very
turns.
smart. You say it took 8 years. Did you do this in concert with a bunch of other software engineers, or was this your own project?
I did this by myself. I was running my consulting business and I was doing this on the side, so basically I bootstrapped this business.
Yeah.
And I'd been in the transportation industry now for 23 years, and my clients had been pushing and pushing and pushing for me to come up with something, so this was my solution.
Boy, oh boy, that's pretty remarkable.
Thank you.
Any idea in the beginning you'd end up, with a company like that? How big is your operation now? Really doesn't have to be big, does it?
No, it
It's you.
Yes. Yeah, we're pretty small.
And the name, Where's My Package? That's amazing.
That's incredible.
I think that is incredible. You really stick with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and the acronym is WIMP, so if everybody always remember, it's easy.
What do you see for the future of this business and what you're doing? What else do you have in the pipeline? Success.
Yeah.
Success. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you for stopping by to tell us about this. It's really, you have a website, obviously?
Yes,
And what is it?
where'smypackage.net.
Whereismypackage.net.
Yes.
Okay. This is a great company. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
I'm William Shatner, and you're watching Moving America Forward.
This organization represents companies across our great nation that embody the spirit, dedication, know-how, and can-do attitude which has made America the great nation it is today. And now let's present the Keeping America Strong Award.
Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Keith Schewanick, the president of Where Is My Package of Encino, California, for the outstanding work his company is doing to help keep America moving forward. Keith, let me hand this to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the customers that have encouraged me to build this product, for my staff that has always got my back, and for my parents that always believed in me. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That's it for another edition of Moving America Forward. I'm Bert Tenzer. Join us again as we continue to bring you the entrepreneurs who move America forward.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.